welcome our first team representing Spain. Team captain Miguel Sanchez, Yvonne Caballé Ramirez, Inigo Cervantes, Andrea Lazaro Garcia, Carlos Tabanilla, Jessica Bouzas Maneiro, and Jalma Muna. Opponents for today's session, representing the United States of America, Team Captain Michael Russell, Nicole Melika Martinez, Christian Harrison, Varvara Lepchenko, Mackenzie McDonald, Taylor Fritz, and Coco Gauff. If you are able, please be upstanding for the national anthems of Spain and the United States of America.
Anthems complete. Teams will come to the net and wish each other all the very best, and then we'll get things underway here in Perth for day 4 of the United Cup in 2026. We edge closer to the quarterfinals, and then winning teams will head to Sydney for the semi-finals and then the final across the weekend. We build up to the Australian Open. And with $17 million of prize money, points on offer, standalone tournament in its own right, the United Cup, and that's why it's been so successful the past 4 years. Both these teams have played in 4 editions. As we mentioned, Team USA, the defending champions, also won in 2023. As we've seen with the crowds here this week, solid for a Monday morning. It's an excellent crowd in at RAC Arena. nice little touch too on the USA team jacket where they've got their 2 wins on the sleeve as well. Just a little reminder.
That is cool. I like that. Yeah. All those little details I think are special.
Start local time, a little earlier than normal for international tennis players, but they're all professionals, and if they're adjusting to the time zone change, like you are, Jill, you're waking up at 4 a.m. anyway, and you've spent the morning watching your NFL team in action, so you've had a good day already.
That's the benefits of waking up early.
Yes. Okay, so just quickly, reminders, live VLC, so the close calls will be shown automatically. We have video reviews. If there's any situations you'd like to challenge, just make that clear to me so we can see it again. Apart from that, for the towel boxes, we have that extension. If you do go for them, just pay some extra attention to the time, please, because it's still 25 seconds. Apart from that, quick photos after the coin toss, both ways. Are you ready? He said that he wanted to ask you, Coco. So what do we have? Will you show her the coin? So, no, it's okay. Show. So we have AO or player? AO. AO has been chosen. Okay. Thank you. And AO it is. Serve. This side? Okay, before we switch, can we just take the photo? Thank you. So first there, thanks. Awesome. And then for his mother right there. No, you stay. You want to be in it, don't you? There you go, right there. Thank you. Beautiful. Thank you so much.
I'm going to go down this end and I'm just going to jump the net to get there. There's no fuss, very decisive. I'll serve, thank you very much, that'll do me. And she will commence proceedings. Julie Kendall in the chair. She had an interesting night last night with that hindrance rule with Flavio Caboli. The ball fell out of his pocket and he immediately stopped play, and then there was a bit of a fuss, and the ruling, of course, was that can't cause hindrance to yourself, but it was interesting, no doubt, caused a lot of conversation in the tennis world. Let's have a look at Jessica Bouzas Maneiro, the 23-year-old from Spain. As we said before, she's just outside her career high, sitting at 41, got up to 40 last year, had a challenger win in her career last year, 3 quarterfinals, 4th round of a Grand Slam for the first time at Wimbledon, the highlight for her. So, you know, this is a big year for her to see if she can consolidate that top 50 and maybe work a little further up the rankings.
This is always an interesting year, I think, is the next year, because she had such a great 2025 season. Is if you can back it up, handle the expectation, the pressure of having to defend the points, because she did have the best year of her career so far, but she's got a really good attitude. She's a great fighter, and she is focusing on just staying positive and continuing to improve.
3 minutes.
And at the other end, at 21 years of age, it's kind of remarkable when you start to contemplate the record here. 11 titles, winner of the French Open last year, US Open in 2023. 2 titles she won in Wuhan, and that French Open title, the highest paid female athlete on the planet at 21 years of age. The one thing, well, there's a few things, obviously. She'd love to win an Australian Open and also at Wimbledon to get the career Grand Slam, but #1 in the world would have to be her goal for 2026.
Yeah, she's been vocal about that, actually. That's definitely a target that she wants to get to. Yes, of course, she would love to win more slams, but that's something that she has her eyes on, and no doubt, I feel like she has the determination and the work ethic to do it.
What a goal, hey? Michael Russell is courtside for us, the team captain for Team USA. Morning to you, Michael. I saw you at the breakfast hall fueling up for another long day in the team zone, and Coco's been superb, undefeated in United Cup play, and she'll start favourite here, but she takes nothing for granted.
No, she's been playing great. I know she had a really good off-season with JC and Gavin, and you know, that first match, singles and mixed doubles, she came out with a lot of energy, played really well, and I think she's going to take that into today's match.
You get a win and you qualify through to the quarterfinals here. How's Taylor feeling after his match? You could see his frustration at the end of the game and didn't play the mixed doubles, but he's A-OK.
Yeah, you know, he pulled up pretty well, which was a good sign. His knee felt better, and we had a light day of practice yesterday, but he feels ready to go today. Maneiro is a tough opponent, but, you know, Taylor's always going to compete as hard as he can.
And Mike, I know you said, Coco said the other day that she actually prefers to be the first one to get out in the court and handling the nerves well the other day. How geared up and is she ready to go after getting a match under her belt?
Yeah, you know, it definitely helps
1
getting
minute.
that first match in the beginning of the year, and she had a great warm-up. She's ready to go, loves playing for Team USA, and, you know, just kick us off really strong.
Enjoy the sunshine.
Always.
Michael Russell there, team captain for Team USA. Great to have that access courtside for the start of play. Well, Coco Gauff in her opening encounter, the only match so far at the tournament
Ladies
that
and
was under an
gentlemen, this
hour.
match will be the best of 3 tiebreak sets.
Bouzas
Team
Maneiro
United
was in
States won
the
the
longest
toss
match of
and
the
chose to
tournament so
serve.
far in her encounter with Solana Sierra, which she lost the last set 6-love in the third set. That would have been disappointing for her. So if you draw a form line between those two things, with Gauff 6-1, 6-1 against the Argentine, and Bouzas Maneiro a 3-setter
And
tight for the first two, and then that 6-love, and obviously Gauff the heavy favourite here. But those things are mutually exclusive in my mind, Jill, just because two players have met before or have done something in the past. Can't rely on that being a predictor of the future.
No, this is the first time they'll be playing against each other, so new territory for both. They would know what to expect. Obviously, they would have done their homework, as well as the coaches giving them some advice and some tidbits. But it's going to be interesting to see how Bouzas Maneiro starts. I mean, she has had some experience playing top players. She's played Sabalenka a couple times, so she's been on the big stage against the big players. So hopefully she'll start okay today. It's got to be a strong start for her.
Laura Robson is courtside for us, and she is prepared, because when you're down there for the 10 a.m. start, it looks like she's on the Costa del Sol.
Sunscreen is on, bucket hat is very much on as well. Yeah, the shade comes over in this section of the stadium in about an hour and a bit, so got to stay prepared in this heat.
You have come
First
prepared,
set.
styling it up too. Looking forward to your contribution courtside. Just about ready to go. Coco Gauff to serve.
representing Team United States to serve. Play. Love 15.
Gauff's serve in her opening match was average, fair to say, 57%, third lowest of all the players in the tournament. So that'll be something that she wants to improve. Her ground strokes were superb, and she won a lot of points from the back of the court, but serve will be something she'd like to improve on.
I think it's always obviously a work in progress for her. We reference her serve a lot, and now that she has Gavin in her corner, working on the technique. He just became part of the team just before the U.S. Open last year. Laura and I actually were talking about it in our first round as well, that we do feel like the motion overall is a lot smoother. But, I mean, when you change something like that, it's going to take some time.
Most definitely. she is down that far end at the moment. Players have been struggling with their ball toss, so you can just see her adjust it a few times. I'll be interested to see if she can manage to keep that ball toss nice and in front of her, though, because that is kind of what she's been working on, especially on the first, to make sure that it's not going behind the head and limiting her in terms of options where she can only really go for the kick. Also apparent to me already how much more pop Bouzas Maneiro is getting on her forehand in the day session. So much more heat.
Game, Team Spain.
Oh, that was unexpected.
First game.
Break of serve to start things off. 3 double faults for Coco Gauff.
I do feel like actually the conditions could suit Bouzas Maneiro when it's a little bit hotter. She hits that nice heavy forehand and it can generate quite a bit of spin and pace, and I think that could be advantageous to her to maybe put some pressure going into the forehand corner of Coco Gauff, where she can potentially create some short balls and then take advantage.
It's an interesting win predictor there. 69, I would have thought it'd be a lot higher than that for Coco Gauff. Trimmed up a little bit after the first break of serve. Currently sitting at 65% for world number 3.
Let's first serve. Let's first serve.
As far as patterns are concerned, I like the couple points now with Gauff, how she's gone down the line to the backhand side. I think she's well aware that Bouzas Maneiro can cause quite a bit of damage on the forehand, and there's a bit more variety on that side. But the use of her down the line forehand, I think it tempts Bouzas Maneiro to go cross, and that feeds in right to Gauff's strength, that backhand side. Just get it off the line. Good depth on the serve from the Spaniard. A little bit rusty from both in the beginning of this match, just both trying to find their range. Of course, first time they've played each other, so a lot of times you have to get used to the pace of your opponent, the patterns.
Advantage, Team Spain. Let's pursue. Deuce.
That's an excellent, well-constructed point from Bouzas Maneiro. And that'll make both players feel much better, having the first long rally of the match, just getting a little bit more comfortable. And as soon as Bouzas Maneiro got slightly shorter reply, she did well to step in and get the ball off the court, really spread Coco wide.
I think it is noticeable that Bouzas Maneiro does like the time on her forehand though, when she's been a bit rushed onto that side, and she has been mentioning that she feels this is a pretty fast court for her, so when she's rushed onto that forehand you can just see her kind of pull off and look a little bit flummoxed.
That's how I operate most of the time, flummoxed. I spend most of my life flummoxed.
Day to day, all day, every day.
We're appreciating the word choice there,
Yeah.
Laura.
Excellent.
I thought I'd mix it up, you know.
I like it.
I resemble that remark. Break point.
Great movement, showing her speed not only in a defensive way, but offensively as well. This was the right volley to go for it, but Coco would have loved to get that a little bit more underspin on it, shorter in the court. Just sat up there for Bouzas Maneiro.
Advantage, Team Spain. Deuce. Advantage, Team Spain.
It's definitely one of her best serves, is getting that slice to the forehand. It's a nice serve to have against Gauff, because you can get some good plays off that forehand. Gauff tends to hit high on that return pretty often, which gives Bouzas Maneiro that time on that ball that she needs.
Game, Team Spain.
So saves a break point. Almost 10 minutes in the second game of the encounter here.
Team Spain,
Bouzas Maneiro.
2 games to love.
2-love.
Inquiétala, sobre todo si falla el primero, inquiétala, vamos.
And she'll gain a lot of confidence from that start.
Love 15.
I think today, too, with the warmer conditions, it's bouncing a little bit higher on Coco Gauff, and I think it's taking her some time to get that adjustment just right. She's not approaching the ball with the confidence that we saw in her previous match against Sierra.
Love 13.
And I think we saw it in the first service game, too, where she hit a double fault in the very first point, and she had the same reaction from the very first point, which was unusual to see. So obviously something's not feeling quite rhythmic to her right now on the serve. Well, even though she missed that, I got the sense that she's fighting through some things. She knows she has to be aggressive on that ball, but still not feeling super consistent right now.
9 unforced errors so far, just the one winner. Wow, what a start for Jessica Bouzas Maneiro. Double break. Goes to the first sit down with a 3-love lead.
3 games to love.
There's already more chatter than usual between Coco and her coach. Obviously just not feeling comfortable these first few games, and I think a racket's about to go out to the stringer, whether she wants to go maybe a little bit tighter to help the serve out so that she can just get some more natural kick on it. But yeah, Bouzas Maneiro has come out playing an absolute blinder. A bit like the England cricket team today.
I hadn't seen that.
Joe Root, another century in Australia.
I did see that. Just remind me, Laura, who won the Ashes?
Well, you know, it all counts. A win's a win, even if ultimately it doesn't matter very much.
If you're not from that part of the world that follows cricket, we are talking about the Australia-England cricket, which has been played over the Australian summer. As you know, Jill, Brits hang on to any small little victory like a limpet to a rock.
I have heard that, but I hear that from Australians all the time.
We've got to.
Time.
Okay, so if you predicted a 3-love lead to Bouzas Maneiro, then you're a Nostradamus, a tennis Nostradamus. What a strong start. And this will start to frustrate Gauff a little bit because she's a fast player, and Bouzas Maneiro, not one of the swifter players. Great time, and Gauff's been ready to play. Patience in the chair umpire as well, I think. Might need a little hurry up, although the clock has now started, but Could have been a little swifter, I think.
Love 15.
And Coco, I think right now is just going to try and dig deep and just make some balls. I mean, she's made quite a few unforced errors already. It's just going to try and hang in the rallies until you start trying to feel better and find your rhythm a little bit better.
$15-13. Third two.
It's good serving. I mean, she's hitting her targets really well right now, Bouzas Maneiro. She's gotten that first serve in. It's been pretty much close to the line, as well as that backhand just catching part of the line.
Game, Team Spain. Team Spain leads 4 games to 0.
Laura has made her way down into the team box for Team Spain. US, in fact.
Yeah.
My apologies. Sorry, Laura.
Team USA, I'm with Nicole. Maybe not the start that you guys expected for Coco. What have you made of the first 4 games?
Yeah, I think she was a little bit nervous. Definitely the sun isn't easy at this time of the day. It's our first time playing at this time. But I think she's settling and she's playing some better points and stuff. I mean, 2 out of 3 sets, you know, you don't have to, it's not how you start, it's how you finish.
And talk about the conditions, because you guys did play at night the other day. It does feel like the court's a lot more lively. Is that something that you guys have noticed from the side?
Yeah, I mean, just the other game, she did ask for tighter string tension, so definitely the heat coming off the court, it's more bouncy and stuff. Jessica's very athletic. I mean, both of them are, obviously, they're incredible athletes, but yeah, I think she just needs to settle into her game and continuing to just fight for every point and find some rhythm.
What's the vibe from the side going to be? Just stay calm, stay patient, and just remind her, you know, it's a long way to the finish line.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we're giving her all the support we can, you know, trying to give good energy. And I think the more energy we can bring every time she does something positive, it'll help boost her up. But then, you know, if she does make some errors, just staying calm and just knowing it's not the end of the world. Just refocus and go at it again.
Good luck. Thank you.
Thank you.
15-14.
More break points here.
Game, Team Spain.
Wow. Bouzas Maneiro, 5-love.
Team Spain leads 5 games to 0.
So 24 minutes in, the scoreline is
Time.
dramatic, and perhaps something that might be playing on Coco Gauff's mind is that in the pre-tournament press conference, she was just asked a question about US fans, and because in Australia, multicultural society we are, a lot of fans supporting nations of their birth or their family. And she made the comment that
15.
she feels that she wished that other countries show up more than US fans, which is fair enough. There's not too many American tennis fans that travel the world that follow tennis until you get to the Grand Slams. But she tweeted an hour ago, so half an hour before the match, to clarify that she was taken out of context, which is true. She's not that sort of person. Just kind of feel that there's been something a little off, Jill, and that might be the explanation, that this is weighing on her a bit.
I think you do have a point, and the fact that what you alluded to is the fact that it was so close to her match, and that she's paying attention to this, and that she had to clarify for people what exactly she meant and she was talking about. But the fact that she did it so close, obviously it was weighing on her mind, and I think potentially it's still could be. I mean, she definitely looks off. We don't want to take any credit away from Bouzas Maneiro. Of course, she's playing a very solid match, but obviously something is affecting Gauff. You can see it not only in her play, but her demeanor, her mannerisms.
One of those things with social media, you wake up on the other side of the world and your notifications have absolutely blown up. And you're the subject of the conversation. And then all of a sudden she's felt like she needed to respond and clarifying. You can read that on her Twitter if you want to go there and have a look.
It's a very scary feeling, when you wake up in the morning and you see all those notifications.
Well, and that was 18 hours ago, so 10 hours of that she's probably been asleep, and so all of a sudden you wake up and you haven't been able to control that situation for 10 hours. It's not a normal circumstance for her to respond like that so close to a match, and now the scoreline with 2 set points.
40-30. Youth.
Serve's been good from the Spaniard so far, despite the last couple of double faults. When she's gotten that first serve in, she hits her target very accurately. That one, she looked like she let loose a little bit. Actually took her brain out of that last point, just kind of let herself swing freely.
Advantage, Team Spain. Youth.
Best return of the match so far.
Team United States.
I think it's just taking these small steps. Obviously, if something's bothering her, just trying to take any little thing, grasp any little positivity you can to try and change your mindset.
She's only lost the first set to Love twice in her career. Back in 2021, once last year. And she's avoided that here, getting on the board. 4 set points, Bouzas Maneiro. Roller coaster.
Team Spain leads.
Even when she did lose the first set to Love, she still won the match, both occasions.
Love 15.
First serve percentage 40%. Or 59%, I should say. 40% won those first serves. Unforced errors 18. Winners 1. It's Coco Gauff.
A smart choice.
Love 13.
Going behind Gauff in that occasion. You rarely see Gauff not being able to make that quick adjustment to go in the opposite direction. Footwork not quite up to par right now from the American.
Love 14.
Just a quick check of the net. Get it off the chair with the tape measure at. Always bring a tape measure if you're a chair umpire, just to make sure. More set points.
Really nice combinations from Gauff. Bouzas Maneiro got pushed so far back in that instance that if you don't quite get the depth, especially if you're going to try and go down the line to the backhand side of Gauff, she's going to make you pay.
Let Fussel.
An extraordinary set of tennis. Jessica Bouzas Maneiro takes the opening set 6-1 in just 32 minutes.
He's going to the bathroom.
Gauff is going to take a timeout. No, I didn't expect any of that, Jill.
No, and I think that was smart from Gauff, the decision to kind of just take a break and go off court and try and regroup. And I think it was a solid set of tennis from Bouzas Maneiro. I think we can both agree that, she didn't have to play exceptionally to get through that first set. A lot of it had to do with the fact that, Gauff, we saw, is not quite right. Something's off. Didn't play up to her ability. 18 unforced errors overall with just the 2 winners. And Bouzas Maneiro is probably wondering to some degree. I mean, she's probably expecting Gauff to come out and play a little bit better. The numbers were tough for Gauff in that first set summary. Mentioned the unforced errors, also the first serve, really struggling, just winning 42% when she's gotten the first serve in and a low first serve percentage on top of that. But I think in this instance, I think it's important to talk about how much what's happening off court potentially can affect you on the court. You're not always going to feel great, and this is why it's amazing that when you see these players that have such consistent results, how impressive it is to come out and have that consistency all the time, because you're not going to feel great all the time. And I think we can both agree that Gauff is, things are affecting her right now. We mentioned the social media thing. Maybe that's part of it, but I think you have to give kudos to a lot of these players that bring that intensity and consistency all the time, and Gauff is one of those that does that. So this is unusual.
Laura, extraordinary opening set of tennis. Coco Gauff's first serve, 57%.
Time.
Won 42% of those. She hasn't won a second serve, not a single point.
It's slightly wild, isn't it? And, from the side of the court, I'd give a lot of credit to Bouzas Maneiro because she's getting balls in play. And yes, she's overpressed a few times on the backhand, but it's in a positive manner where Coco maybe doesn't feel like she can read that shot. So we've seen a bit of second guessing where Bouzas Maneiro all of a sudden goes backhand line and Coco's still covering the other side of the court, expecting it, coming into the open space. So it just looks a bit disjointed from Gauff right now, but she's taken the time here. She's left the court, come back, had a good chat with her coach. The racket has come back from the stringer, so maybe a kilo or 2 tighter on the tension. We'll see if that makes a difference.
Have you had a chance to have a look at the tweet and the commentary?
Yeah, I did. Surprising to see her reply to it so soon.
So close to the match.
Yeah, so close to the match. I feel like her comments were pretty fair, though.
Yeah.
We experience the same thing at these kind of tournaments, especially the team events, and she's spot on.
So if you are just joining us, there was a comment made by Coco Gauff in the pre-tournament press conference about the fans from other nationalities travelling and supporting their country. A great example here is Team Greece. Huge Greek population around Australia, and they descend en masse. China as well. They get huge support. And generally speaking, Team USA at an event like this wouldn't have too many fans from the US travelling to support them. The Australian Open, completely different. I'll come to that after this point. We see a lot of US tennis fans travelling to the Australian Open as part of tour packages, etc., and supporting their players. And she made the comment that, well, that doesn't really happen for US fans, and there's been an avalanche. Her direct quote was, "I feel like we're definitely in tennis the worst. I've always said I wish our country and other places would show up throughout the world as we see smaller countries support." So that's a pretty fierce comment taken in
but
solo.
I think in parentheses too when I read that, but in parentheses it said like, oh, Coco chuckles or laughs or something like that, and I think lot of times when she makes comments like that, she does start to laugh and have that giggle because, I mean, that's just part of her personality. I don't think she meant any ill will towards anybody.
I think we know her that you would have to agree that that was a little fierce response, and on its own it looks more critical than it is.
Yes, yeah. I mean, at least in that game, I have to say we saw her, like, we heard her say, come on, a little bit. You know, so I was just about to say that. Yeah, you need to fight through these emotions sometimes. And so that was one good moment, I think, for her, Laura.
I think the attitude in this first game has been a real lift from, you know, midway through the first set onwards. It was about a fourth game of the match, and she was really negative, really focused on the first serves, especially that she was missing. And so we're now just seeing a bit more of a bounce in between the points for the first time.
Win predictor.
Win predictor's all over the shop today.
Yeah. Maybe win predictor looks at X and factored that into the pre-match, because we thought the percentage in favour of Gauff was a little skinny. Still wouldn't be ruling her out, but she needs to find something here and shake off whatever's swirling around.
But that fluidity we were talking about in her first match on the serve is not there for me today. It looks like she's collapsing a little bit in the body, and it starts with the ball toss. And I think, you know, sometimes it's worth her getting the serve in play. Don't worry so much about the pace. She can afford, with her athleticism, to just roll it in and wait for her opponent to really have to go for the first serve return. So play it as a kick until you feel good on it.
Deuce.
Seventh double fault, yet to win a point on second serve.
Let Fussen. Let second serve.
That contact point's just getting lower and lower and lower.
With the toss, you mean?
It just looks like it's collapsing, so there's no leg drive going up to the ball. And that second serve, she's trying to hit it as a kick, but you can still be aggressive with that movement up to the shot.
Laura, you have such a good view down there, and I've always thought this about Coco's serve. I don't know if you agree, but I feel like she drops her head so much.
Yeah, that's what I mean when I say collapsing.
Yeah.
Just changed the racket, so she's been handed the new one.
But I think so much of Coco's serve is scoreline dependent at times. When she feels under pressure, then you can tell that she starts to overthink it. Yeah, and I know she could go onto the practice court in 20 minutes' time and not miss a single one.
Right. Not the most well-executed drop shot from Gauff, and maybe a little telling, just wanting to get out of that rally and throw in something different. But just had too much height on that. Gave Bouzas Maneiro plenty of time to get back into that point. Good coverage at the net.
Advantage, Team Spain.
Approach shot had enough pace on it to make it a pretty routine volley. As Coco guessed the right way, but she covered the court well, covered that line beautifully.
Break, hit to win a point on her second serve. Coco Gauff yet to hold serve, yet to do a lot of things. An extraordinary opening here. A set and a break for Jessica Bouzas Maneiro.
This is a good effort from Bouzas Maneiro, because when you win a set that easily against a top 5 player, you've never beaten a top 5 player in your career, and you win a set that easily, you start to think that, you know, your opponent's going to eventually start to playing better, and so you can't have that slip of focus at all, and she hasn't had that. It's good to see from Bouzas Maneiro. She knows she's got to keep her foot on the gas in this encounter. You never know when things can change.
Third killer.
That's one area, I think, on the forehand where she can struggle. Bouzas Maneiro is when that ball is a little bit lower. And these courts tend to be fast, so if Gauff can penetrate with a little bit extra acceleration on the ball, get that lower to the forehand, because Bouzas Maneiro tends to just try and lift too much, and that's where she can spray it long.
Use. Advantage, Team Spain.
Bien, no tengas prisa, pelotes con ella bien, vamos.
Better ball striking from Gauff. It's really one of the few times that she's gotten 3 or 4 in a row to be able to hit on that backhand. Chose a little bit more of an angle just to spread the court wider.
She's using her backhand so effectively today. The forehand's obviously the strength, and she can unleash on that. But I think it's the placement of the backhand where she's just opening up the court so well.
Game, Team Spain.
So consolidates that break, holds serve, has a look at the scoreboard and says that that's really the situation, that I'm up a set and a break, 3-love. Team Spain in command. Perth boasts numerous stunning beaches along the Sunset Coast. Comes along Scarborough there. Popular location for the locals and visitors alike. But the Western Australian coastline stretches for 1,000+ kilometres, 2,000 in fact, all the way up to Broome. Top end of Australia. Lighthouses and the tea house there at Cottesloe. No beach for us though, we're just here working at the tennis. Nothing wrong with that, of course.
No, of course. I wouldn't want to be anywhere else. But although I was thinking, next time I need to stay a couple more extra days so I can enjoy those beaches. They look amazing.
Come on. Go, go, go. Come on.
So what an extraordinary situation. 50 minutes in. Bouzas Maneiro had 4 set points in the opening at the end of the first set to win it to love. Coco Gauff broke back. Yet to hold serve, yet to win a point on her second serve. How does she turn it around?
I think it's just literally, you have to, what I referred to earlier, you have to take some kind of positive energy from anything, even if your opponent makes a mistake or something, quietly to yourself, just take some energy so you can start feeling a little bit better. I think that's a good little fist pump right there. We saw that in the beginning of the second set.
0 and 11 on the second serve. Laura,
It's
what
just
about
wild. It's wild because that's a pretty standard return as well. She's got time there, and it's just this overthinking that I'm feeling from Coco, where she just can't decide what to do. Nothing feels good. And usually we see such willingness from her to extend the rally when she's not feeling good, to use that athleticism to make sure that she is making her opponent work for it. But it's just these unusual errors on the second shot. And if Bouzas Maneiro isn't having to think about point construction and all those things that you've maybe starting to think about as you get towards the finish line, she's going to find this all too easy to close it out.
Another good reaction from Coco, and really that's the first rally that I've actually, I think, heard her feet on the court, the adjustments, because that's something that has stand out to me today as well, is how the movement. I mean, the movement just hasn't been that sharp from Coco today, which is weird to say because she's one of the quickest, if the quickest, on the tour.
A hold serve for the first time. Nearly an hour, 54 minutes.
And a lot of times when you're not feeling good, it starts with the feet. So I think that's where a focus can be for Coco to start maybe feeling better, is as soon as you start moving your feet a little bit faster, forcing yourself to do that, that's when things can start feeling better. Just had so much ground to cover and just couldn't quite get up in the court fast enough to handle that shorter reply from Bouzas Maneiro.
So it continues for Jessica Bouzas Maneiro. It's not just the one break, but 4-1 after that first set, 6-1.
Great serving. All right. Nothing. One break. It's nothing. Come on. Okay. Keep full committed.
Not too much chatter in the American box there, but I think just trying to let Coco figure things out for
Feels like
herself.
they're reading the room a little bit there.
What's that?
It feels like they're reading the room a bit.
Well, I mean, maybe just trying to let her figure it out, trying to let her get out of this herself somehow and try and find that energy yourself. I mean, you can say all you want and try and help her, and I think they have done that, but I think right now it's up to her to be able to work through things.
Come on, go. Do this.
Time.
Well, that's great from Bouzas Maneiro, because I think that's one of the most consistent and convincing points from Gauff off the ground, and was still able to come away with winning that point. Again, spreading the court beautifully.
Third, 15. Fourth, 15.
It's a much better service game for Coco Gauff. Needs a couple of second serves. Hold serve for just the second time in the match.
Team Spain leads 4-2.
We've been talking about her serve, and this is her toss this year for the United Cup, and we know she's hired Gavin to work on the serve, but compared to last year, she's throwing the toss a little bit higher, so she has more room to make that contact point a little bit higher, be able to reach up for that toss a little bit better. And it is a work in progress still. It is more a fluid service motion. And we've been talking about how she has sometimes brings her head down on that serve, so that higher toss is going to allow her to have that a little bit more time to reach up and extend higher.
15.
So the coach and the psychologist would say for Jessica Bouzas Maneiro, concentrate on the next point and the next point only. But at what point do you start thinking that if I hold my serve twice here, I'm going to be the winner?
Yeah, that's the key, is not to get to that point where you're thinking about
That's got to be impossible, doesn't it?
Hopefully she's nowhere near that.
Right.
Has to creep in, doesn't it?
Well, if it's going to creep in, this would be the game for it.
Probably.
4-2.
That's very good. I think especially because the last game, I felt that Coco held. She really put her head down and just got back to work. And I think we're seeing it now in these rallies, too, in this game. We're not seeing those mannerisms anymore that we saw earlier on, the negativity that she was showing in her body language. Now she's just fighting for every point. That's good body serve, good changeup.
Oh, just missed, and now Gauff with the break back.
Team Spain leads 4 games.
Only just missed 10 millimetres, but that may be a decisive moment back on serve in this second set. This was the shot. Oh, that just missed. The young US fans come ready for business. Looks like he's come straight out of the Karate Kid.
That was a good comparison. Flag.
Yeah.
The flag's way bigger than him.
Finish him. Still a subdued US bench, but you're never going to write off Coco Gauff, and all of a sudden back on serve, even though they're trailing on the scoreline, but you get to 4-all, all of a sudden, just when you look up at the scoreboard, things change dramatically. 4-1, 4-all.
Ella atenta desde la primera, ¿eh? Va, desde el saque, va. Vamos.
Time.
Vale, ¿eh? Vamos, ¿eh?
15 all.
Yeah, I liked the return because it was safe. It had great margin. To return that Gauff can't hurt you on, but now just starting to have a misstep here and there, Bouzas Maneiro. That's a great shot. Flow through that short ball a little bit better and made the adjustment right away from the previous point, got up with the feet much better there.
Yeah, it felt like in those first couple of points she was reaching for the backhand a bit more, and even that first backhand in the rally pulled across the body but then corrected it straight away.
Great speed there from Gauff. I feel like this was not quite the right shot to go for from that position because she was on the defense, so Gauff would have already been looking to move forward into the court.
Well, that support will please Coco Gauff. USA chants around the arena, back on terms at 4 apiece. Now would be a good time to contemplate that this was the first game of the match if you're Coco Gauff. All square. Draw a line under what's happened in the last hour and 10 minutes. Start afresh.
Bouzas Maneiro is definitely starting to rush. You almost feel like she'd be better off if she was down the end of her bench right now, just so they could tell her to keep taking her time between the points, create the space around the shot.
She needed that point, I think. That's a great effort from both, really. Gauff defended well also throughout that rally, but she was forced Bouzas Maneiro to come up with a spectacular shot in the end. Much better executed drop shot there and did well to hold her position.
15-13. 15-14.
You just get the sense that Gauff is just going to make every single ball now, force Bouzas Maneiro to be the one to have to go after the shots, because with that pressure now, Bouzas Maneiro is making some more unforced errors.
He's had a pretty good conversion rate, Gauff, on the break points. He's only had 3. Now 4. That's 2 of 3. Still one more. Forcing it to play, which we haven't seen much of. So from 4-1 down, 5-4 up for Coco Gauff in the second set.
Team United States leads 5 games to 4.
Bench a little more animated now, as you would expect.
Well done. Great heights, great energy. Awesome. Come on. It's away. Awesome.
Contrast in Team USA bench mismatch from what we see when Taylor Fritz makes his way out. It'll be extreme. Non-stop chatter with Fritz.
That's true.
Non-stop. Mainly from Taylor himself.
Yeah, exactly.
Most of the analysis.
That's where he feel like he plays his best tennis, is when he's constantly analyzing. It's incredible, actually.
So Gauff serving for the set with new balls. Big turnaround in the last 15 minutes.
Love 15. Love 13.
Yeah.
Getting back on.
That is so surprising.
Yeah, very surprising.
It was the way that she lost the game as well. You could understand if Bouzas Maneiro came out and just went lights out, but Gauff really kind of gifted that game, and it wasn't even on the end where she's been struggling a little bit more with the ball toss.
Yeah, I felt like just when she started having energy, all of a sudden she had another dip out of nowhere. Didn't start the game well, and I think that
was a lifeline for Spain.
Yeah.
Love 50.
That's nicely done. I also feel like the end of the set is becoming a battle of who can hold their nerve the most. It was a very well-played point from Bouzas Maneiro. Bouzas Maneiro has used that pattern so often, that heavy forehand to the forehand corner of Gauff, and then immediately attacking and flattening out the next one, and it's been putting her in a pretty good position when she's been able to capitalize on that pattern.
Bouzas Maneiro holds serve.
Team Spain leads 6 games to
6-5.
Coño, muy bien reaccionado, sí señor. Competido, bravo. Muy bien, Jesse, muy bien.
All the adjectives effectively saying well done. That's great. Keep it going. One more.
Played a really smart game there, though, didn't she? Didn't try and overplay. Took a bit of pace off the first serve, it looked like, so that she could hit her spots. Goodness, what a topsy-turvy second set.
Probably still a twist to come, potentially.
Why not? Such is tennis.
Muy bien a los espacios ahora, Jessy, muy bien. Entonces, apretando, eso sí, pero con tu margen, más con velocidad que querían acabarla. Vamos. Vamos, vamos, dale.
Unexpected scoreline, unexpected position for Coco Gauff. Never lost a United Cup match in singles or doubles. It's the first set 6-1. Fought her way back from a 4-1 deficit. Held her serve for the first time, the fourth game of this second set. Now has to hold to stay alive.
15 love.
A little bit too high to get aggressive on, but look at the difference from the first set to the second set. Gauff service points won above 80% in this second set and really struggled in that area in the first. For such a huge shot on that, Bouzas Maneiro. Good job from Gauff, just getting so many balls back in play.
Haven't seen a double for a little while, but number 11 for the match, 6 in this set. 12 points in a row without winning a point on her second serve.
Game, Team United States.
Which she holds, and we're off to tiebreak in the second set.
6 games all, tiebreak.
So win predictors, 51% Gauff, 49% Bouzas Maneiro. Kind of feels about right, doesn't it?
Funny how the person who's set up and potentially 7 points away is down in the win predictor. And it's funny because from down here, all of a sudden, Gauff is the player who's getting more shape on the forehand cross-court rallies, where in the first set, Bouzas Maneiro was playing that one with so much topspin, but so much aggression. And I think just falling back behind the baseline slightly and playing it across the body, so it's losing that height over the net.
I think Gauff's goal in this tiebreak is really just to make as many balls as possible. I mean, she's aware that Bouzas Maneiro could be starting to feel the nerves. This one barely in from Gauff on this forehand, just in by 12 millimeters. But yeah, she's just going to want to make Bouzas Maneiro play. Yeah, I was actually surprised there that Bouzas Maneiro hit and came forward to the net. I mean, I think her strategy was to try and force Gauff to come up with a great pass and trying to put that pressure on, but it put her in a vulnerable position. That's not her strong suit, is being up at the net.
A couple of points against the serve for Coco Gauff. Good lead here. Really, for the first time in the match, we've had consecutive unforced errors from Bouzas Maneiro, giving some cheap points for Coco Gauff.
Yeah, I think maybe panicking slightly. Bouzas Maneiro, knowing you get caught in between of knowing you have to be aggressive, but knowing you have to also play a little bit longer points with the way Gauff's been starting to string together a few more rallies, longer rallies. So I feel like she's just pressed slightly in this tie break.
Here we go. Here we go.
Well, she was on the defensive, and then she had the opportunity to attack and took the opportunity well.
5-3.
Yeah, very well.
Team United States.
Because she really felt like she should have won that point a couple shots earlier, so she did well to stay in that one, not panic.
Team United States.
So Coco Gauff drags herself off the canvas to win the second set in the tie-break. 1 hour and 33 minutes. It's a set apiece.
Great fight. Great fight. Great fight.
Well, it's exactly what Mike Russell and her coach as well, JC Farrell, just said. What they just said was it was all about heart and fight to be able to get through that second set. Of course, she probably would have liked it to gone a little bit smoothly and more easily, but the fact that she was able to face the adversity that she did in that first set and to be able to come through and find a way, and that's what it was all about. We can look at the numbers all day. I think the unforced errors, this is over the course of both sets, but they did start to creep in a little bit more from the Spaniard's racket, and it was towards the end of that set because she was up 4-1 in that second set, so she was seemingly in control of that second set, but as soon as Gauff started to put a few more balls into play and made the Spaniard work a little bit harder, that's where we started to see the unforced error number creep up and up and up from the Spaniard. But it was all about fight, I think, for the American.
So Bouzas Maneiro has taken a timeout and left the court as we take a look at the second set highlights. And it took until the fourth game for Gauff to have her first service hold. That extraordinary statistic of 12 second serve points lost in a row from the start of the match. And 10 double faults up to that point.
We did start to see a little bit more variety in that second set. A few drop shots, Bouzas Maneiro trying to come into the net, Coco Gauff making a lot more balls, maybe some more variety in the height of her shots. And I think for me that was all about trying to find her range, her rhythm. I think she looks different now. I don't think in the first set I felt like we saw a lot of uncertainty and concern and worry in her face, and now definitely looks a little bit more together as far as her mindset.
Gauff coming back out onto court, but the countdown clock on the side tells us that Bouzas Maneiro still has just over 4 minutes remaining to come back onto the court. Seems a long time to me for the opportunity for players. I know it takes time. You go off and have a change of outfit and come back on, but last night we saw it was close to 10 minutes by the time the clock seems to start late. A lot of leeway there.
It starts when you get to the bathroom.
Does it?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's sometimes it can be a long way.
Yeah, that's true. I get that. I understand all of that, but it just seems a long time.
I would like to see you try and put on a fresh sports bra if you're really sweating.
I know. I'm not even diving into it.
Good point, Laura.
I'm talking about last night's match.
That's a sport in itself.
Yeah, I'm going to talk about last night's match for the two male players. That was 10 minutes. So I can talk to that experience, Laura.
Okay, that's fair.
Well, you tell me, is it too long? If there's a 10-minute interruption?
I think 10 minutes is too long, but usually, well, hopefully the bathroom is right next to the court, and then the clock starts pretty much instantly as they come off the court. So, yeah, 5 minutes is the right amount, but any longer, I mean, let's just change all the rules while we're here.
Well, I don't mind a time, like if you say, okay, we're going to have a timeout,
right.
10-minute timeout, and that's when we know what it is.
Yeah.
There's plenty of sports that have the designated breaks. You watched one this morning, Jill, where the 2-minute timeout comes along, and that's there for TV reasons. And
I agree. I agree with you. I think sometimes it can feel longer. I think it's up to when they start the clock, and you're right. Sometimes it has to start accurately every single time to make it feel a legitimate 5 minutes. But I agree with you, Dave. I feel like sometimes it can feel very long.
Gauff is taking the opportunity to practice serve. So particularly when there's one player goes off. Last night, Vavinka went back to their green room, the team room, which is further down the corridor. Pretty small stadium here, so it's not a huge distance to get to their team zone, and that's what Bouzas Maneiro has done. So that's the corridor. I know that corridor well because the restaurant, the food is at the other end.
We all know it very well.
And the coffee machine. So we traipse down there every day, but it's not very far. It's adjacent to the court, runs alongside that corridor, directly under that roof, in fact. On the stand, so she's just about to make her way back out onto court. Okay, predictions. What are we expecting, Jill? What's going to happen?
I feel like Gauff is in a little bit better position right now, so I feel like she has a slight edge, I think, with her experience and her record here at the United Cup. So I'm giving her the edge. I think also the way that tie-break finished, I don't think Bouzas Maneiro will be so completely happy with the way she handled her nerves, I think, in that tie-break. So I'm giving the edge slightly to Gauff.
Okay, Laura Robson can look around. She can see around corners. She's a soothsayer. What say you, Laura?
Well, I think I'm going to go even more one-sided than that win probability there. The 60-40 in Coco's favour. I'd probably go a 70-30 right now. She looks really relaxed compared to, you know, even 20-25 minutes ago. And it's just about whether she can keep this momentum.
So if you're just joining us, welcome. It's been an extraordinary hour and 39 minutes of play. Coco Gauff faced and saved 4 set points to not lose the opening set to love. In the end, it was 6-1 to Jessica Bouzas Maneiro of Spain. Gauff was completely out of sorts in that opening set. We'll come to a possible reason why in a moment, but she was down 4-1. Just the one break, though, in the second set. Took her till the 4th game to hold her serve for the first time. She couldn't win a point on her second serve. Was 0 and 12. Served 10 double faults. And then climbed her way back in. Second set in the tiebreaker. David Colbert, Jill Crabus and Laura Robson courtside. Start off this 3rd set. Team USA win this tie, they qualify for the quarterfinals.
It's a great point that Bouzas Maneiro has just played. I think one thing that has changed as the match has gone on is that we've lost that backhand down the line from her somewhat. We're seeing a lot of those backhand short cross especially, but in that first set she was really mixing it up, going heavy sometimes with the backhand line into Gauff's forehand and just creating some more time for herself.
This is how she started the first set, actually. Serving the very first game, really struggled on her serve in the beginning of this match.
3 double faults in that opening service game.
Yeah.
Sort of gone back in time with a break in the opening service game.
First game, final.
So that opening set, Coco Gauff was so out of sorts that I thought, well, what is there something going on? And then we had a look on social media, which is always a dangerous thing. So I'm going to preface all of this with that. But there was a story from the pre-match press conference where Coco Gauff was just talking about the US players' support from overseas, from their own fans, and she said, I feel like we're definitely in tennis the worst. I've always said I wish our country in other places would show up throughout the world as we see smaller countries support. We do see that here in Australia with the nations supporting their players. But she felt like obviously she woke up this morning to a stream of notifications on her X, and she sent out a tweet 30 minutes before the start of the match clarifying that comment, that it was taken out of context, clearly weighing on her mind. And so that's possibly an explanation for why she was so down in that opening set. Because we saw it, Jill, in her demeanour, and it felt like she had a lot of weight on her shoulders.
A lot, yes, you saw it. It was very telling, I think. And it was from the very first point, and you thought she would maybe get out of it a little bit sooner than she did, or a little bit more quickly, but we think this is what potentially could have affected her, because she really did not look like herself in the beginning of this match.
You can go to X and have a look at her response to that. Lengthy, but it was the timing of it, 30 minutes before they came out into court, which was unusual, that's for sure. And also an early start in Perth too, so 10 a.m. start, so the players are up early, they come out here early, and so you'd wake up on the other side of the world to see all of that stream. And Laura, you commented on that sometimes you're divorced from the other side of the world down under, and you wake up and all of a sudden there's an avalanche, which you didn't intend to bring on.
Gosh, I'm kind of surprised at how both players, but in particular Gauff, have started this third. You know, she had so much momentum towards the end of the second, but it was also playing with much more intensity with her footwork in particular. And I'm just seeing her play that forehand really straight up, really quite narrow in her stance. And again, it's the attitude for me, because it's been topsy-turvy throughout the match, but 10 minutes ago she's won the second set, and it was super positive. There was bouncing in between the points, there was come-ons, there was a lot of chance from the team bench, and all that's kind of dropped off again.
It almost feels like the break that Bouzas Maneiro took after that second set off court almost made Gauff reset and her think about things a little bit more again, and lost sort of that slight momentum that she had.
Holds the serve. Consolidates that break to lead 2-love.
Team Spain leads 2 games to 1.
Jill, I don't know what you think. I mean, of course Coco's going to compete. That's what she does best. Even setting 4-1 down, she didn't go anywhere. But I think sometimes when you're feeling like this and you're feeling a bit stale, you have to fake it until it feels natural.
Yeah, we were discussing that in the beginning. Like, take any little positive thing you can, even if it doesn't feel great at that moment. If you win a point, even if you're not happy with the way you won the point, show yourself and try and change that, because physiologically you can change when you just start trying to show positive emotion, whether you're feeling that way or not. She's just getting on her back foot again.
15-13. Third cue. Thirty, 14.
Oh, it drops in.
Game. Team Spain.
It drops in and a double break.
Team Spain leads 3 games to learn.
Oh, well, very fortunate here for Spain, but Gauff didn't quite do enough with that approach shot. It was really just in the center of the court, so Bouzas Maneiro was right there, barely just into the corner. That's unbelievable.
That's in the back edge of the corner,
Yeah.
on the wrong side. There's a lot of line there on that tee.
Oh, she's going to have to repeat what she did in the second set. Just try and dig deep and keep fighting and competing as hard as possible.
Sí, que cambias un poco la dinámica.
O si me la tiro arriba, es que hay veces que es que pego sin ver la bola. Y hay veces que entra, pero claro, si le pego fuerte,
So Jessica Bouzas Maneiro, the 41st ranked player in the world, never beaten the top 5 player. She's had some wins over some top 10ers. 4th round at Wimbledon, quarterfinals in WTA events, her best ever results. And I'm going to say to both of you again, it's impossible not to start to think forward and say, is this the day I can do it? I know you're telling me that that's not what you do, but you have to start thinking
It
about it.
definitely enters the mind, I would say, yes.
It's not what you should do, but you do it anyway.
Yes, exactly.
Well, I asked you at 4-1, you know, if I hold my serve 2 more times, I'm going to win here. And oh no, you wouldn't be thinking about that.
Of course you're thinking about that. It was the same thing in the breaker. She would have been thinking, oh, if I win these 2 points on my serve and then make a good return here and there, you're at the finish line. I used to have this weird thing that I didn't want to break serve too early.
That is a bit weird.
I didn't want too much time on my own serve to think about it. So if I could break and then only have to hold serve once, that somehow felt better.
I see. How did that work out?
Not well, Joe. Weirdly enough.
So you'd be terrible at our stat win set after early break.
Shocking.
Laura Robson, 2%.
But it's like the more you tell yourself not to think about it,
Yeah,
of course, the more you
the
think
worse
about
it
it.
gets. Yeah.
See, I call a lot of athletics, and if you're calling a marathon and you're talking about the Kenyans, they have a style of running which goes like this. You go to the front, and then you improve your position from there. That's distance running Kenyan style. That's how I'd like to play tennis. Get in front, and then
Yeah, we all would.
go further in front.
If she can hold here, though, Bouzas Maneiro is going to feel a world of difference. It's going to feel like such a relief, because even 3-love, you're thinking, oh, it's just, I'm too far away still.
Especially when you think about the previous point where she let up a little bit hesitation on the backhand, but what a great correction there. Just really did better job with the footwork getting up to the ball. Miss hit. Good depth from Gauff.
Team United States.
I think Bouzas Maneiro's dropping maybe a foot or two further back behind the baseline here.
Serve she likes on pressure moments, that flat out wide. The accuracy is very good on that serve from her. Well handled.
Advantage, Team Spain.
She's been up at the net a few times today and has struggled with those lower volleys. That time got a little bit closer to the net, so caught the ball just above the net to make it an easier volley to control. Nice pace on the backhand. Because she hit it more towards the center of the court and it came much quicker to Gauff. Gauff didn't have enough time to get in great position, got late on the forehand. Gauff starting to hit the backhand slightly better, especially when she has to lean in that direction. She's not going down the center as much. She's been able to use that left hand a bit better to get it more cross court.
Advantage, Team Spain.
So they've had 2 game points apiece, 2 break point opportunities for Gauff. Now a third chance to move to a 4-love lead for Bouzas Maneiro. Never beaten a top 5 player. Gauff never lost United Cup singles encounter.
It's good acceleration through that ball. Off of the slice, you have to make sure you go a little bit faster through the swing. Gauff did well there to get that extra acceleration on that approach shot.
So at this point right now, Win Predictor has Gauff as a 9% chance of winning the match.
9?
Yeah. That was my reaction.
I would go higher than that.
Advantage, Team Spain.
It's a very smart shot just to get it as low as possible to the feet, forcing Gauff to have to hit up on that ball.
Game, Team Spain.
No, it wasn't easy, but Bouzas Maneiro holds. And here's the double break, 4-love.
Team Spain leads 4 games to 0.
Laura, you're running a marathon this year, and Bouzas Maneiro, as we just take us through these, Jill.
Well, this is the second set, what the Gauff first serve placement and how much she won off of that first serve, and that was part of the reason that she was able to dig deep and come through. I mean, she won so many points when she went to the center of the court on both the deuce and the ad side just to start the point, but she took some pace off the serve too to make sure she got a lot of first serves in play. Dave, you mentioned that the previous game was not an easy game to hold. I actually think that might benefit the Spaniard, that the fact that she got tested in that last game and had to find a little bit higher level to get through it, I think that almost might help her.
I'm going to use the marathon analogy for Laura, though, because Bouzas Maneiro, to me, feels like she's at the 35K mark, Laura, and you know that the finish line is not too far away, but every step you take, it just feels like you're not getting closer to the line.
I totally agree with Jill, though. She's just relaxed in this game. And the fact that Coco's first serve pace hasn't been that high today just allows her to get into every return game.
And the scoreboard's the friend too, when you look up and you see you're in front.
I mean, that number to me, that first serve average speed, Coco's got so much more in the tank. When she's on, she's one of the biggest servers in the women's game, but it just hasn't been there today.
Yeah, and the few times that she has tried to go bigger, she hasn't gotten the serve in.
But it just allows Bouzas Maneiro to sit back behind the baseline. We haven't really seen her have to make any adjustments on her return position. She's 3 meters behind the baseline now, just rolling it in.
Well, it's a repeat of that first set. Gauff hasn't been able to hold her serve in this decider.
Ball change, please.
Bouzas Maneiro, 5-love, and is going to serve for the match.
Team Spain leads 5 games to love.
Sorry, come on, all the way back. There's ice towel if you want it. Yeah. Every point, all the way back.
Que juegas largo, muy bien, No te entra, se agobia, quiere tirar más de la cuenta.
Well, another twist and turn in this extraordinary encounter. 2 hours and 6 minutes. Jessica Bouzas Maneiro had the opportunity for a 6-love scoreline in the opening set. She lost her third set against Solana Sierra of Argentina, 6-love, and now she's standing on the verge with the serve, with the balls in her hand, of defeating world number 3 Coco Gauff. 6-love. Gauff's only lost a set to Love a couple of times. In the first set, she went on to win both of those career matches after losing the first set 6-love. New balls too, serving for the match.
Let for serve. Let for serve.
Let's just look at the difference of the topspin seed from the two players on between the forehand and the backhand. Bouzas Maneiro a lot more effective on that forehand side, just getting more rotation, more quickness through the ball.
4-11.
I feel like in this game, overall, Gauff just going for broke and everything.
Similar situation in that opening set, had 4 set points. Gauff saved them all and then broke back. That's a hallmark win. Jessica Bouzas Maneiro, for the first time, beats a top 5 player and causes a huge upset. 3 sets, extraordinary scoreline. 6-1, 6-7, 6-love for Team Spain. The things you didn't expect to see.
Well, she should be very proud of the way she handled what was a match that was so up and down at times. I mean, she was in complete control, a set in 4-1. And give credit to Coco Gauff to fight through a lot of challenges that she was facing today and push it to a third. And so credit to the Spaniard to really reset after losing that second set and staying focused. I think that was the main key for her throughout that third set. I think it was another slower start in the third set from Gauff, but I think this time the way Bouzas Maneiro handled it, there were a couple nervy moments, but got through that and then really just played great at the end.
So Gauff leaves the court. We may see her back for the mixed doubles. Team USA get the win. They get a spot in the quarterfinals, but they'll have to rely now on Taylor Fritz and then a mixed doubles win. But for now, we should concentrate on the effort of the 23-year-old from Spain. Let's go down to Laura.
Jessica, congratulations. What a win to start the day off for Team Spain. It's your best win in terms of ranking, but you had to dig deep for that one. How does it feel to get over the line?
First of all, thank you guys. Thank you for the atmosphere. It was amazing. I just felt the support. So thank you so much. I saw flags, Spanish flags there. So thank you so much. And yeah, of course, I'm really excited, really happy with my performance today and how I played. Coco, it's an amazing player, and I knew that it's going to be tough. But yeah, I think I played really well the most of the match. So really happy for it.
You had to stay mentally so strong as well. You were leading a set and a break, and then all of a sudden you're into a third set, but it looked like you took the moment to reset off the court and come back with a fresh start. How much of a challenge was it today for you to just stay calm in those tough moments?
Yeah, I mean, it was tough, but I know Coco, and she's a fighter. She's there all the time in the match, so I knew that I had to be there, and even if I'm 4-1 up, I have to be there. And yeah, you see, she won the second set, and yeah, I went to the bathroom, and I was trying to focus just to stay point by point, and yeah, that was my mentality in the third set, to be like with power every point, because you know, even if you are 3-0, 4-0, you have to be ready. And also with Coco, that it's yeah, a fighter.
And it doesn't get any easier for Team Spain in the next match as well. Taylor Fritz is coming out against your compatriot, Jaume Munar. What do you make of that one?
Yeah, I think it's going to be a good match. I think Jaume is playing well. Of course, against Argentina, they play really good matches, and it was the first match here. So, yeah, maybe he's going to play better today, and we hope so. We are going to support him, and yeah, we trust him.
I'm sure you're going to be back on this bench in no time. Please show your appreciation for Jessica Bouzas Maneiro. Amazing win for Team Spain.
So as we see in the team competition, the rolling fortunes of the team depending on the outcome of each match. But for Team USA, who was such heavy favourites, had such a great record for Gauff, first time that she has lost any encounter, singles or mixed doubles at the United Cup. And there's the tail of the tape, which improved in the second set for Coco Gauff, and then it was a complete rinse and repeat of the opening
Yeah,
set.
it was. It was surprising, actually, because she did have the momentum. We all thought she was finding her range and getting a lot better. And I think Bouzas Maneiro, again, did a great job of staying very focused on what she needed to do on her game. And I think that was a huge key factor in that third set. We spoke about how Bouzas Maneiro, the unforced errors increased in that second, but in the third really did not give away any free points, and that was key. So that was really important, especially when you think Coco might get better. So that was huge to be consistent.
So huge upset here. First time that Jessica Bouzas Maneiro has beaten the top 5 player team. Spain get the opening match, and so the job for Team USA to secure that spot in the quarterfinal will continue. Taylor Fritz and Yomei Muna not too far away. So thank you to Laura Robson, Jill Krabus, David Colbert, saying farewell for now.